Okay, welcome back, and I wanted to take a few moments and say again thank you for your continued support of this unique media ministry. We literally wouldn't be doing what we're doing if it wasn't for your prayers and support. Again, the statistic stays pretty consistent. Around 84% of the Dove's operating revenue comes from viewers and listeners just like you. And as you know, we've been talking about it for quite some time. We're right in the middle of doing a complete revamping of this building, and that's no easy task, and we had to do it because basically we moved into an airplane hangar, and we didn't modify it for that. We just moved in and started broadcasting, and now we're trying to fix it, put in proper insulation and air conditioning, and move things around to make the operation more efficient. And when you start these projects, we set aside the budget to do just about most of it, but then all of a sudden it takes on its own life. You plan one way, it goes another. You run into all kinds of challenges and things, and then in the middle of all that, the overall cost of material goes up. We ran into tariff issues, which is really something, I mean, drastic dollars in tariff fees, because they kept changing. One day they're on, the next day they're off, and then that delays things. And so it's been a challenge. I was really hoping by now we'd be done with this, but we're still quite a ways away. And I just want to say thank you for your patience, and thank you for your prayers, and thank you for your support. It's been a whole lot more challenging than I thought, and the overruns are starting to get to us a little bit. So your continued support of what's happening here at the Dove is serious. Right now, you're taking a look at the picture of the switcher right in the middle of all of our construction. This piece of equipment, we were notified by the manufacturer, because we've had it 11 years, is no longer being supported. And actually, we're kind of operating on borrowed time with this, because that's just the switching panel. All of that is being controlled by a set of computers in a box in a rack. And now that we can't get support to it, we've actually had power supplies go out you can't replace. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm not a techie. I know just enough to be dangerous, but thank you. We had to do a little bit of an appeal and ask you to help us replace that. That new piece of equipment literally arrives today, and then we'll be going through the process of installing it. The other part is we're flipping the operation of the building, and he'll walk through here with you, but that's our control room, and all that's going to get moved. See, those guys are eating ice cream. Look at this. What? There you go. Dan's eating ice cream. Thank you, Dan. There you go. Well, you can tell it's a serious operation. Anyway, they look through the glass into the studio. But we're taking the operation away from the noisy end of the building and moving it over here to the other end of the building. We had to put in insulation in the walls and the ceiling and the doors and everything. It's been quite a deal. And he's going to walk through there here in a minute and show you this. But here we are going into where the new studio is being going to be put together. Most of the hard construction is done, but we have some minor things to do. Laying on the floor there, they started this yesterday, is pieces of metal that's going to be the new lighting grid, and that's all laying on the floor. That's going to go up in the ceiling in the next several days once they put it all together. It's like a big erector set, and they're working on it. And all that's going to go way up there and hang from up there, and that will hold the lights. Against that wall will be the new platform and things like that. So, like I said, that kind of the construction, the walls and all that, most of that is done. This is our new control room. That is done. There's no glass in the windows yet, but I think that's coming today as I talk about it. And then this will be the new control room, and this is going to be really wonderful, but it's just taken time and more money than we thought. Those are our new counters sitting on the wall. They were delivered yesterday, and this will get converted into a lot of equipment over the next couple of weeks. And then from there, they'll be able to look out to where the new platform will be. So somewhere in the middle of this, we're going to have to move the studio that I'm sitting in temporarily out in that room while we finish construction, because we can't have two control rooms. That's looking the other way. I don't know if you can see my hand over there. You can't see my hand. Okay. Anyway, that's where we are now. You can see that's literally a warehouse that's been converted. Actually, it's a hangar that's been converted. So I wanted to give you an update, say we're coming along. It's been a challenge. And we're dealing with all kinds of things. I'm glad I didn't set any hard dates, because that would have been very disappointing. And the people working on it with us, from the electricians to the HVAC people to the people doing the sheetrock and all that, they've been wonderful. They really have been wonderful. And but we get these setbacks. It's tariffs equipment, or you can't deliver it, or this company decided they don't want to do it. And you get all these challenges. And in the meantime, in this changing world we have, some of our overruns have gotten a little stiff. And so I want to just say, again, thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. We've had to put up with a lot of things here while we're doing, and the staff in the middle of this, we have literally sitting on top of each other while we're making this switch, and hopefully we'll get this all ironed out. But please pray for us. We got a ways to go. It's a little bit of a challenge here. We're at the end of summer. That's always a very slow time and a hard time. So if the Lord leads you to help us with a special summertime gift, great. I just want to say that we work hard to manage it carefully, and you helped us raise the funds for that new board, which will be here today. That's a whole story. When this thing's all over, we'll have an open house, and you come see it if you want to, if you live in the area. But dealing with companies today, and promises made, and then promises not kept, and then deadlines and all. It's just, I'm not saying anything that anybody that does anything in the way of remodeling or construction or advancing your company and you're depending on somebody else to deliver material and all that. I'm not sharing anything that anybody hasn't experienced before. But it's been challenging to us, and the overruns have been very, very stretching. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. If you've never supported the Dove, I would ask that you prayerfully consider that. The way we feel led here at the Lord is that supporting the Dove should be clearly a God-led thing for you to do. I'm pretty adamant about that you don't take from your church. We're not here to replace the church. We're here to augment the church and what your church is doing in your life. And the scripture is pretty clear that you shouldn't forsake yourself the gathering together. So hopefully you belong to a church and you support the church. A lot of our viewers and listeners are involved in ministry, and we understand that, and that's exactly where you should be. You should be involved in something outside of yourself, whether it's a parachurch ministry or a ministry inside your church. You should give of yourself and your resources there. So don't take from your church, and don't take from any other ministry that you are involved in. But if the Lord leads you to help us here, we can certainly use it, and especially right now where the overruns are starting to catch up with us on this thing. It's a little bit of a stretch. And so you can call us anytime at 541-776-5368. Or if it's easy for you and it's very safe and secure, you can go to the Dove website at theDove.us, and you can support us there. But only do what the Lord is leading you to do, okay? And thank you for your support. It's been an interesting time. And when this project is done, let me just say this. None of this is opulent. All of this is practical. And we're making the switches. If you can imagine, we've been operating in a building that basically had no insulation in it, and we had no really commercial heating and air in it. And after 8 or 9 years of occupation now, that we felt like it was time for us to do that, and our board said, all right, don't move, let's fix the building, and that's what we're doing, and I don't want to move again, ever again, ever again. But the point being is that we started the project, and it's going along, and they always get to be quite the challenge along the way. But when we're done, I think you'll be surprised to see what the Lord is doing inside this building. And when we show it to you, when it's all done, it's going to be pretty interesting and pretty, I'll use the word spectacular only because it enables us to do more of what we feel like the Lord has called us to do. Our future is not only bringing you the programs that you've come to enjoy, but our future is also in developing more programs out of this facility. A lot of times what we do is we air other people's programs, and we're honored to do that. We really are. But we have some really unbelievable talent within our reach that we can bring in here and create some more programs. And that is certainly on our agenda to do that. And this move and the equipment that we're putting in to do this will enable us to do that. Nothing's fancy. but it is very practical, and it's just the way things are. So thank you. And by the way, in the devotional, let me just say this about the devotional. When you support the Dove, we send this to you. And the new ones will be in the mail here shortly because they start September 1st, and they're good for 3 months. If you've never had our devotional, thousands are reading it within our viewing area. Millions are reading it around the world. And we'll send it to you absolutely free. So pray about a special end of summer boost for us a little bit if you can. And only do what the Lord leads you to do. Call us at 541-776-5368. Or you can go online at theDove.us. And I just want to say from all of us here at the Dove, thank you. Thank you for believing in, praying for, and supporting the mission of the Dove, because together we really are changing lives for good.